second straight world championship.
What can I say? Mamba out.
Fucking ignorant levels are just going up, bro.
Welcome to Woodcrest Certified, where there's cans of whiskey and Coke. All right. No.
You're gonna have to blur that out, nigga. Like,
Mike, editing creative director. We're gonna need you to blur that out, Papa. All right, Joe. Oh my God, we just lost fucking David.
David is a fucking bum.
Bro.
Oh my god. What a bum. Oh my god.
What the fuck, man? Literally 30 seconds in, as soon as I hit record, bro, this guy decides to fucking spaz out.
How's this nigga fucking late in?
I'm
He
saying,
doesn't work correctly.
David.
My bad. I hit the wrong button.
Nigga, what is you pressing buttons for?
My bad.
Yeah, now we hear the fucking Heat game in the background too.
Nigga, did you really close the podcast so that you could turn up the Heat game?
No, I promise I did not. I literally I hit the wrong button, bro. That's all I have to say.
Hey, just stop touching shit, all right? Like, that's it.
Fine.
All right. Everyone, welcome to episode 24. Finally, we're here. Episode 24. It's just the three of us. We're gonna try something different on this one. Try a shorter, quicker, condensed episode here. See how that goes. Let us know if you guys like the shorter videos. Please let us know in the comments. If you like the longer ones, again, let us know. Like, comment,
about 20 of them.
subscribe. Yeah, there's 23 other ones for you to let us know and decide from. So we'll see.
Hopefully
see how
there'll be
this one
another
goes.
23.
Yeah, remember
Hopefully.
how that Spider-Man episode was supposed to be like 30 minutes and that shit ended up being like an hour and 20?
Yeah, I remember that shit. Like, I was thinking that when you came up with the thing, like, where you're
Yeah.
like, oh, let's do 30 minutes. I'm like, nigga, like, how closely, like, what's the range? Like, do you mean like 30 between 30 and an hour, or?
Yeah.
We're gonna shoot for between 20 and 30 this time. This is the first time I'm actually like physically with a timer and shit too, so we'll see.
All right,
We'll see how this goes.
So we'll do 30 minutes with the red light on, but then when that shit cut off, we'll continue talking shit.
Speaking of talking shit, yo, David said some wild shit here, everyone of the world. So like there was a tweet that was shared saying like these are the superstars in the NBA and that's it. And you know, normal people would be like, no, someone should be on there. David was like, no, Kawhi Leonard should be out of there. And we're all looking at David very confused.
I didn't say he should be out of there, bro.
But you
I was just like-
definitely threw up the suggestion that we should consider him
Yeah.
getting out.
No, I was checking to see if there was anybody who believed that he wasn't a superstar.
What were you checking that for?
I mean, because
To see if someone would double down with you?
If someone were to say that he weren't a superstar, like I could see the reason behind that.
And what's the reason?
I mean, availability. First off, like you can't be a superstar in street clothes. Well, I mean, I guess you can, but not basketball.
So
players.
when Kevin Durant was out for like a year, 2 years, he wasn't a superstar?
Kevin Durant
Superstar.
has like established himself like
Kawhi hasn't?
Kawhi
far. I mean, Kawhi has, but it's like not like Kevin Durant.
I mean, like, not like
I'm-
nobody's Kevin Durant, but like
How many
Kawhi is
years
established,
of-
bro.
But he is, but it's like as far as superstardom, like I
He's
don't
a
think-
locked in. when
he's selling
playing-
tickets. Like there people are spending money to go see Kawhi Leonard.
What'd you say?
Yes. The fuck? Yes.
What'd you say?
He said, "Are people spending tickets to go watch Kawhi Leonard?"
Oh, absolutely. The whole.
Fuck is you
Did
talking
you see the city of Toronto? Like, I
Toronto's
know it-
always been lit.
they're going fucking crazy out there.
Yeah, you're wilding, bro. Like, all he
Because
has
they
to do is
won,
play.
everybody goes crazy when they win.
He's playing 50. If he plays 50 games, he's locked in as a top 5 player.
Yeah. Easily. And mind you, chat, just to bring some of the offline things onto here, this man tried to throw in the case that his shoes don't sell shit. Like that's supposed to
the
mean
fuck? Like,
something.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, do they?
Well,
You got-
actually,
you got some New
David,
Balances.
in preparation
Guys, New
for
Balances.
in preparation just for this, I did a little thing where I went on Google and looked that shit up. You know the company StockX?
They sell shoes.
They sell. It's a platform where people go and resell sneakers, and the StockX data content director said that we weren't expecting to see much movement or overall New Balance sales. After running the numbers, it appears that we have seen an overall increase in New Balance sales volume on our platform during the playoffs surrounding Kawhi Leonard shoes.
Obviously, yeah. Like nobody was like
Lawyer.
New Balance was, and this is
2 years
coming
ago?
from a non-sneakerhead. This is coming from a non-sneakerhead. Like I'm whatever the sneakerhead is, I'm like
Oh,
on the
yeah.
opposite side of that. Like no, like New Balance was associated with like you gave those to your grandpa. And now Kawhi's rocking them, and now they're a respectable shoe to wear. Like it's not even like it doesn't even have to catch as much traction as Nike. It's just the fact, like I feel like they had such a gap between where they were and where they're at now.
Yeah.
That you know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, like I see NBA players rocking New Balances to hooping. They wear Kawhi
yeah.
sneakers to hooping.
And this is a guy who's not like super marketable. Like, you know, he's not on Curry or Giannis's level. Like, you're fucking tripping. It doesn't really matter what angle you attack this from. Like, you're wrong as hell. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, David.
John Morant should be on that list. I'll go out with
Well,
that.
why?
John Morant's fucking nasty, bro.
Yeah, I understand that, but you think he's a superstar right now?
Yeah.
like
Look
is
at
John Morant over Jason Tatum?
I think they're in like that same kind of bucket of the young perennial people who could be superstars.
Was it David or was it Tommy? I want to say it was Tommy who was trying to say that Jason Tatum wasn't like top 12 player. Was it who was that you, David?
Top 12.
Can I roast you now? Matter of fact, I'm gonna look this shit up. We got this shit in fucking ink.
You gonna do that now? We got 30 minutes. You're gonna waste part of it. I think I did say that. I think I had him like right outside the top 12.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine.
not at
I'm gonna let you
12.
know.
I mean, we're at 7 minutes. We got time to burn. Go ahead, Chris.
I'm gonna let you know.
While you look that up, I just think granted, Ja's fucking phenomenal. Like, dude's unreal. But I think it's too early to do this shit. It's way too early to call him a superstar. Because, like, look at everyone else on that list. Everyone else on that list has accomplished something.
Like what?
Championships.
Go to the conference finals in the top 12. I mean, Jason Tatum's up. I'm talking about to be up there. Then
I'm talking about that are in the that is on that list.
I mean, even if we use the conference finals as the barometer, John Morant's still not there.
I mean, Luka's on there.
My apologies.
Luka's in the first round exit.
Jokic and Embiid are on there. All that are doing historically crazy shit.
John Morant is
doing historically crazy shit. He's doing crazy shit, but historically crazy shit. Not yet.
For Memphis, yeah.
All right, well.
No, like let's name the 5 best players in Memphis history. Tony Allen.
But I mean, so John Morant's not a superstar then.
I mean, I wouldn't argue that he's not. Like, I think he's like, if he's not, if you told me that he was,
either
like,
he is or he isn't. You know, like
I think he's on the cusp.
No,
what
the fuck are you talking about? Like,
he's already like there, bro.
No,
he's about to have his team at the 2 seed in the West. Like,
didn't they win like 10 games without him?
Yeah. Yes, they did.
Jackson's good too.
Why are you so quiet, David?
Yeah, we couldn't hear you, David. What'd you say?
Because the team is good. The majority, I mean, well, not the majority, but the largest contribution to that is John Morant.
I mean,
man.
like he's the best player on that team, but the team did fine without him in the West.
I mean, his numbers say that too.
Yeah, his numbers say that he's at 28 a game right now. I mean, like I said, he's phenomenal, right? I'm not saying that he's not going to be a superstar, but like this man is in his. I don't think he's there yet. I don't think you can give him that tag just yet. type shit.
I mean, he's already there.
So like he's
so
over.
much. Like, is he a top 10 player?
I mean, on that list that you're looking at, you're probably gonna find him right outside of it. He's top 20.
But like,
when I made that list,
like how many superstars are there in the league though?
a handful, maybe two handfuls, if that.
Like,
So
what's
10.
2 handfuls? Like,
10
is it
people?
more than 10?
10. Yeah, I mean that
So
list.
he's not in the
said,
top 10. So he's in the top 10.
well,
Who is he hopscotching?
There's a limit to how many superstars there can be. You don't have to
I'm
hopscotch
asking
somebody.
you.
He
I'm
can be added
asking
to that
you.
list.
No. I'm
top
gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to you.
So
Anthony,
top 10.
Motherfucker doesn't make no sense. I asked him how many superstars there are in the league. He said 10. He said 10. And I'm like, is John Morant one of those 10? He's like, why does it have to be 10? You told me, you motherfucker. Like, the guy's crazy. So there's 11 then? There's 11 superstars, David?
And I'm saying John Morant should be on that list that was sent.
I don't get you, man. If we didn't have so many memes, this would be really easy. Like, I feel like Austin alone has fucking flooded this thing.
Dude, I don't know. Him and Kenny just have an arsenal of memes on deck.
Bro, it's
like, I wonder how they organize that shit.
Steph Curry, LeBron, Embiid, Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Kawhi. The only person I questioned on that list was
Kawhi.
Out
of all those people, you question Kawhi.
There's 8 guys. That's 8 guys on the list. To say that John Morant is there, that's 9 guys. So yeah.
So you're saying he's number 9. You're saying he's he's better than Damian Lillard right now.
Damian Lillard's not playing. He's out with the abdominal injury. We can't
Kawhi's on that list and he's not playing.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Well, okay, so that's another thing. Damian Lillard's not on that list. That's another guy that should be on that list. He is a superstar.
All right, so
whoa, Chris, what was that? Hey, Chris, your mic's fucking
He's a
up.
cop.
We're back. Had some technical difficulties, but we're back. We'll figure it out. We kind of figured it out. So, well, Chris, yeah. Chris, you were saying something.
What a fucking switch, bro. God damn, bro.
Damn, Rook.
Me?
Ain't doing no crowds with you.
What did I do? I thought he was talking to you, David.
I was definitely talking to David.
Yeah. The fuck?
I said it was ain't no we.
Whatever.
None out.
Anyway, Chris, you were saying something to David about him being wrong.
Like we're talking about 10 guys. Is John Morant better than Paul George, Damian Lillard, and Jason Tatum, and Donovan Mitchell, and Chris Paul?
And D-Book.
I mean, he got an argument.
David just
playing like based off this year, man. Like
David sees somebody that could just fucking jump 80 feet in the air, and then slam shit, and then he's like, "Oh, these guys are just better than the other person," like automatically. It's crazy.
Trae Young's a superstar.
I fucks with Jason. I fuck with John Morant, but I don't know if I'm ready to put him over those other guys.
Agreed.
That's just because they're older. You have more tape on them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Jason Tatum's not over Paul George at this point. No, right?
I'll take it. Personally, I'll take Jason Tatum over Paul George.
There's definitely a case for sure. I wish I could find that list, man. Somebody had Jason Tatum like not even like in the top 12, and like I hope if it was you, I hope you feel bad about it, David. That was a terrible thing.
I mean, I can look up my the top 25 I made.
Yeah, look at
1%.
I don't know. LeBron scores 56, and he's back to the best player in the world for whatever. But anyway,
I had never gone away from that. I didn't wait for LeBron to drop 56 to say that he's the best player in the NBA. Like,
Chris, am I tripping? I feel like David has been quiet about the whole LeBron stuff until he dropped 56 the other night.
We haven't talked about the best player in basketball in this amount of time that I haven't talked about the best player in basketball.
I feel like I'm pretty consistently saying how Giannis is fucking nasty and the best, but
when's the last time you said that he was the best? The last time we had that debate. That's the last time I talked about LeBron being the best specifically, because that's what you said.
Whatever, man.
We haven't talked about best player in basketball for for some time. Like,
yeah, we gotta let that shit go for a little bit. Let's just let it go now because we usually talk to a lot.
And right now, I'm still saying LeBron is the best.
Yeah. Well,
while you on the other hand,
come back to this
last
conversation.
Time you talked about KD being the best. Now you're saying Giannis is the best.
I've always said Giannis, but I was like, if someone says KD, then I understand.
Yeah, bro, there's literally tape on you saying KD, but all right.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll pull it up and I'll share that video.
I'm pretty sure he said like KD, Giannis. He said like that line is very blurred. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Bro, if he thought Giannis was the best player in basketball, he wouldn't have said nothing about KD being the best player in basketball.
Well, I'm not fucking irrational. I understand what Kevin Durant is and who he is and what he does. I saw what he did to us in the fucking playoffs, David.
The same way you know what LeBron is and what LeBron does and what LeBron can do, right?
I know LeBron is a top 5 player, but he's not number 1 right now.
All right. I mean, you think who was number 1? Giannis. So we can go Giannis against LeBron. We can do it, dog. Like, LeBron can score outside of the restricted area and the paint.
That's the only thing you have. That's the only reason
it's shooting.
Go. Fuck it.
Giannis is a 3-level scorer. LeBron is.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
That's the difference between them.
So I think. All right, now you're right. So I think,
whatever, dog.
Because I tell you many times, like, it's not just that I'm trying to understand what you're saying, but I'm trying to understand like where you're coming from when I'm debating with somebody. And like this is what I'm saying. Like, David's such an interesting character.
Bro, like the difference between somebody's 3-level scoring ability.
All right, nigga. No,
you're right. The difference between who's better than the other in totality.
David, you're 100% right. So I was thinking,
you guys act like LeBron's some scrub defender, dog.
Nah, you're right, bro. So I was thinking about this debate, like, in many different ways, right? Because like I feel like I be giving people too much credit. And Austin was talking about, like, when we think about who's the best, like when we're creating our top 10, a lot of it is based off of accolades. Like, we weren't around, Magic Johnson was around. We weren't around when Larry Bird was around. We're really just watching some of the highlights and we're like, oh, they won this many championships. They won this many MVPs, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, nah, like, people don't think like that. Like, we got Allen Iverson in the top 15 and he didn't win any championships. And then I hear David talk and I'm like, damn, David is who Austin is talking about. I'm like, that's what he's talking about. So, all right. So like we were talking about Magic Johnson, right? And he was like, Chris Paul can't be better than Magic Johnson. And I was like, why? And the nigga proceeded to do exactly what Austin was talking about. And it, like, there's a second layer to it. Cause like, I heard you guys shit on Jordan before, talking about he's playing against Danny Ainge. And now all of a sudden, the shit that Magic Johnson doing is impressive. And I told y'all before, that 90s basketball isn't athletic, isn't skilled. That shit only applies to LeBron. It doesn't apply to any other player. Because now all of a sudden what Magic Johnson was doing was really impressive, right, David?
I mean, the person that Magic Johnson is known for going against is Larry Bird, another top 10 player.
And here's another thing. And you wouldn't, if Larry Bird played in the game today, you wouldn't respect him. A, he's white, he's not athletic. Shut the fuck up. So here's another thing. I have Jokic
in my top 5.
Nah, that's fine.
No, but for you to act like that's a disqualifier for me, like, come on, dog.
Nah, that's fine.
And you're like, you're acting like athleticism doesn't give you an advantage on a basketball court.
Bro,
like, it does.
Bro, you're right. So the other thing that I was thinking about, again, I was in the same thing. Like, I was like at work and I was like, this nigga David, what the fuck is wrong with him? So
you be thinking about me.
Yeah, sure. So I was thinking about, because he's like, oh, Magic Johnson got 3 MVPs. But like, how often like do the MVPs go to the person that we don't agree should be the MVP? Like, I feel like we do this every year. Like, honestly, from like, if we're talking about who's the best player from 2004 or probably like from 2007 to 2018, LeBron should have won every single one of them, right?
If you're going
Right,
off the best
okay.
player, yeah.
So but we're saying who's the most
Wait,
valuable.
in 2000, LeBron was the best in 2004 already.
I said like
He said
2007,
He said
2008.
2007. He was about to say some shit about Ja, bro. You saw that look. He was about to say, wait, that early? Hold on a second. Why doesn't it count as Ja? He fucking
But
perked
anyway,
up real quick. But go ahead.
So,
Nah,
how
nah,
many
but
years of
anyway.
progression John need for you to call him a superstar? I mean,
Nigga,
you know
fuck
it's
that
coming.
shit. Fuck that shit. So, anyways, right. If we're talking about who's the most valuable, right? It's still LeBron. We got to go all the way back from 2004 all the way to 2018. LeBron should have won that award every single year. Am I right or am I wrong?
Nah, you're wrong. To say he should have won 14 in a row.
If he should have won like 11 out of those 14. Like, how many of those years was a player more valuable to their team than LeBron?
In 2000, in the 2009 season when D Wade carried.
Okay, so there's one out of the 14. Okay.
He averaged 30 and 8 on 49%.
Okay, that's fine. What else?
That was 2009. Other than that,
Okay, all right. So we're in agreement. And LeBron, LeBron didn't win 11 out of 14 awards, right? He won what, like 2 of them, 1 of them?
MVPs in that time span, he won 4.
Okay, so he won 4, which is like 7 short of what he should have. So we still are in disagreement with the award. But then when we go back, we're like, oh,
But
Magic Johnson had 3. What does it mean? Like, it's like it means something until it doesn't mean anything anymore.
MVP isn't the sole,
But that's what you use to
the
support Magic
nominator.
Johnson's case. But
That was just part of it. I mean, for
Well,
Magic Johnson to to average 20 in that time for like that era where scoring like wasn't really the way it is now. Like scoring
Jordan averaged
is
30
yeah,
38.
Like,
Jordan averaged 38.
in
But
the
that's Michael
season. But I'm
Jordan.
saying for his career, he averaged 30.
Right, but I'm talking about
Nigga.
in that time in the 80s, which is mainly where
Nigga.
Magic Johnson was
what are you,
in his
David?
prominence.
What are you talking about, David? In every era of basketball,
Michael Jordan was in his in the 90s.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, and Michael Jordan averaged like 38 in 1988. What the fuck are you talking about? So anyway,
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so in every
But
era of basketball,
bro, you act like when people talk about Michael Jordan, they're like, yeah, in 1988 when he averaged 38 and didn't get past the Celtics in the first round. Like that's the type of Michael Jordan that they're talking about. No, they're talking about the one that dominated the 90s where he won six
nigga, what
titles.
do you know? You don't know what you're talking about. Like in 1988, he was the only. Like, how many players in the history of the NBA have got the scoring title, the MVP, and the Defensive Player of the Year?
It's like
Michael Jordan and who else?
3, if that. You're talking
I
about
don't
MVP
know.
and Defensive Player of the Year? That's Giannis.
He
No,
won the
and scoring title, too.
MVP,
He's saying and
the
scoring
Defensive Player of the
title.
Year.
Yeah, Giannis didn't win
Oh.
the scoring title that year. He did that. He just got MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, not scoring
Yeah.
title.
Well, those 3 things you mentioned are just Jordan only, but I mean, we can both sit here and come up with stats that only so and so did.
You're diverting from the point. What I'm saying is that in every era of basketball, the best player on the team averaged more than 20 points. What the fuck are you talking about? You can go to any era, look at the best player, and he's averaging 20 points at least. Okay. That's not that impressive. And I'm not trying to dilute what Magic Johnson did, but Magic Johnson, like the biggest case that he had is that he has those 5 championships, but he was on a stacked team. Them niggas just came off of 2 championship runs.
So are his
And then
rings
they drafted
fraudulent? Fraudulent? Are his rings fraudulent? The way we consider some other people's rings fraudulent.
I mean, I'm not saying they're fraudulent,
But You're muted, David. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. But so well with KD's like obviously as we discussed last episode, like those are fraudulent because he joined the fucking 73-9 Warriors, but like the Lakers brought in Magic, right?
They drafted Magic.
Yeah.
They went on 2 championship runs, and because of the way that the drafting lottery worked back then, like it wasn't a lottery. It basically just shifted the way that football used to. So
What do you mean? I don't know how football used to. I only know like how it works now.
So it would be like if you draft number 3 last year, you would draft number 2 next year.
Oh, really?
So they went off of 2 championship runs, and then they drafted at number 1 and drafted James Worthy, who turned out to be like one of the greatest players of all time.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, like that's how the Lakers and the Celtics got so goddamn stacked. They had like 10 lottery picks in a decade. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn. Nah, that's crazy.
That's some good front office work there.
That will get you.
Anybody saying Magic Johnson should be above Chris Paul, like I'm not mad at you, but I think at the end of the day,
all right, so Chris Paul, top 10 player all time, man.
I mean, I don't know.
No. Because Magic Johnson is Chris Paul.
Is Magic Johnson a top 10 player?
I think on a lot of lists he's top 10. The reason I
started out with me and Kawhi. And then Chris and Magic Johnson.
No, but what's the case? What's the case for Magic Johnson being a top 10 player though? Is that he averaged 20 and 10?
Well,
it's beyond that, bro.
That's part of it.
Part of it.
I just think because like
what's the other part? He won the five championships.
Oh man.
When you look at his numbers, bro, like Chris Paul is now like 700 assists ahead of him, but he's also played like 5-6 more years than him, and Magic Johnson missed 4 almost 5 years of like his prime time. So for him to have those numbers,
he didn't miss 4 years of his prime.
Yes, he did. He missed 4 years because of the HIV.
In 91, like what? How old was he in 91? Like 32?
Nah, I just looked at this.
He got drafted in 78. You're telling me he missed 4 years of his prime?
Let's see, Basketball Reference. He was 31, bro.
Yeah, 31, right. Bro. What the fuck are we talking about?
Fair, but I mean, still 31. Well, how old's Chris Paul?
His prime was over at 31.
How old's Chris Paul right now?
His prime was over at 31.
No, I'm saying like are we saying that Magic Johnson would have had the same numbers for 4 more years?
We don't know.
Similar.
All right, so like name me another player who played back then.
Bro, Chris Paul's numbers now aren't similar to what they were 4 years ago.
Let's see. Chris Paul is
not even the best player on his team, but like they're not that far off.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Magic he's not Johnson the best player on his team anymore, though. He's the number 2 option.
I mean, the last 4 years, Chris Paul was 16-9,
so
18-7.
Magic Johnson could be a 2 option as well.
16
and similar production to what he was.
And 19-8. I don't know. And Magic Johnson's like his last years before he went out was 19-13, 22-12, 23-13. Like, dude was a fucking hooper, bro. And not to mention, he's also like averaging 6-5 rebounds a game too. Like, dude was getting fucking buckets, bro.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I'm putting Magic above Chris, bro.
Officially as well. And he's 6'8".
Yeah, he a big boy.
That's fine. That makes what Chris Paul does even more impressive.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like Magic Johnson is all right. So Magic Johnson has a case for top 10 player all time. Does Chris Paul?
For sure.
That as well.
I mean, Chris Paul, it'll be a harder case to make. I guess I'm thinking more like traditional point guard. Like that's what I'm really.
Well, wasn't that Magic?
Last week you put an argument to rest by that example. You said Lamar Jackson had a case for top 5, but Derek Carr did not. That killed that debate on that point. Magic Johnson has a case for top 10. Chris Paul does not. Just due to the cases that the people ahead of him have. Not because Chris Paul isn't as good as him. He's great. But it's just like some dudes have been greater. And that's okay. Like Chris Paul is still great.
Yeah, he's still
He's
first
Chris
ballot,
Paul,
man.
man.
Dude's a fucking animal. But hey,
He's an all-timer, unquestionably. But
gentlemen,
it's just like the guys ahead of him, they were as well.
gentlemen, we're at time. We're at just a little over 30 minutes on the timer here. So, yo, this is trying new things. All right, shorter episodes, guys. Let us know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and again, please do let us know if you like the shorter episodes that makes you more engaged. If you prefer the longer ones where we're talking a lot more shit to each other, let us know down below, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. All right, peace. Oh, and go Broncos. We're getting tomorrow. The announcement is going to happen that Aaron Rodgers is going to the Broncos. So can't wait. We'll see you guys then.
Wait. What is tomorrow's date? What's tomorrow?
The 8th.
All right. Of what?
The 8th of March is
What
when.
year?
2022.
All right. There we go.
All right. We'll catch you guys then.